Good morning, distinguished guests, esteemed dignitaries, respected faculty members, and dear participants from all over India. It is my privilege to welcome you all to the International Conference on Intelligent System and Digital Transformation 2026. Organized by the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Vadapalani campus. In collaboration with Cardiff Metropolitan University, Wales, United Kingdom, we are very honored to have a constellation of brilliant minds joining us today. Let us begin this auspicious occasion with an invocation to seek divine blessings. I request all to rise for the Tamil Thai Valthu. I request Jai Vignesh from 3rd year CSE to lead us in the rendition of the state anthem.
நிலமடந்தை கிழிதொழுக்கும் சீராரும் வதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திழுநாடும் அத்திசும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிலை திரும்பி எந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே.
Thank you, Jai Vignesh, for the beautiful invocation. Now I request our dignitaries to come forward and light the traditional Kuttuvalakku.
Thank you, respected dignitaries. May the divine flame symbolize the triumph of knowledge. I express my deepest appreciation and profound gratitude to our patrons, Dr. Ravi Pachumuthu, Pro-Chancellor, Admin of SRM ISD, whose visionary leadership remains the cornerstone of our academic excellence, and Ms. Harini Ravi, Director of Institutional Development at SRM Group, whose strategic foresight has bridged the gap between academia and global ecosystems. Although they cannot be with us today, their commitment to innovation serves as an inspiration, and we thank them for their heartfelt wishes and continued belief in the mission of our CSE department. Please join me in welcoming the distinguished personalities who have graced this occasion with their presence today. Our Chief Guest, Dr. Jetsar Atip Montian, Executive Vice Dean, King Mokut's Institute of Technology, Lankra Bank, KMITL, Bangkok, Thailand. It is one thing to support us from afar, but to travel across oceans and time zones to bring your warmth and expertise in person means the world to us. Thank you, Dr. Jatsarasu, for joining us. Our guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna S. Chipalkatti, Head, IT Skill Development, Center and COE, CDAC, Chennai. Dr. R. Venkatesh Babu, Director of Academics and Administration at SRM Group. Dr. C.V. Jayakumar, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, SRM ISD, Vadapalani. Dr. C. Gomati, Vice Principal, Academics and Placements, SRM ISD, Vadapalani. Dr. Goda Dile, Head of Department of Computer Science and Engineering. Organizing Secretaries, Dr. P. Durga Devi, Dr. Mary Shaini, and Ms. Charulata Arti.
It is now my pleasure to invite a deeply supportive mentor and guide, Dr. Golda Dili, Professor and Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, to deliver the welcome address.
A very warm and a pleasant good morning to one and all present here. So it gives me extreme privilege and pride on behalf of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering to welcome you all to this International Conference on Intelligent System and Digital Transformation, ICISD 2026. So basically ICISD 2026 marks a significant milestone for computer science and engineering. So this is the third consecutive year we are having our collaboration, our continued collaboration with the Cardiff Metropolitan University, Wales, UK. And this basically reflects our continued collaboration and fostering some sort of global academic partnership and interdisciplinary research. So it's a happy moment for all of us. So on this occasion, we are deeply honored to welcome our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Jetsira Tipmontian, Executive Vice Dean in Monk's Institute of Technology, Vadapalani, Bangkok, Thailand. Sir has come all the way from Thailand to be here with us and to be a part of our conference. Sir, your esteemed presence has added immense value and has given an international stature to this conference. Savadika, Tipmontian sir. I extend a warm welcome to our guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna Chipalkatti, Head, IT Skill Development Center and Center of Excellence, CDAC, Chennai. Welcome, sir. I extend a warm welcome to, in absentia, to Dr. Ravi Pachamuthu, sir, Pro-Chancellor Admin, and Ms. Harini Ravi, ma'am, Director, Institution Development, SRM Group. I also take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to Director Academics, Dr. Venkatesh Babu, sir. Welcome, sir. I extend my deepest gratitude and sincere thanks to pillars of FET, Dr. C.V. Jayakumar, sir, Dean, Faculty of Engineering and Technology, and Dr. C. Gomati, Vice Principal Academics and Placement, for being very supportive and being inspirational to all our, supportive to all our endeavors. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. So this conference serves as a vibrant platform for the academicians, researchers, and industry professionals to exchange ideas, present innovative research, and explore advancements in AI, intelligent systems, quantum computing, and digital transformation. So we are proud to host an impressive array of speakers, both from abroad, who will be sharing their valuable insights and expertise, enriching the knowledge and perspectives of all the participants. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to all the authors and contributors for their enthusiastic participation and for making this conference a grand success through their valuable research contributions. We have invited papers both from abroad and also from CDAC, Chennai. On this happy occasion, I would like to acknowledge the presence of AP Exam Sir, Associate Dean Research, Dr. Vijayan Sir, Research Coordinator, Dr. Ramachandran Sir, heads of the various departments who have honored us with their gracious presence. I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing secretaries, Dr. P. Durga Devi, Ms. Charulata, and Dr. Mary Shaini, for their dedication and tireless efforts in making ICISD 26 a reality. Sincere thanks to my DCSE family, faculty members, non-teaching staff, and research scholars for their wholehearted efforts and contributions. As we commence this conference, I'm confident that the sessions ahead that is being planned for today and tomorrow will be intellectually stimulating, insightful, and highly rewarding for everyone present here. Once again, I extend a warm welcome to all of you and wishing you all a fruitful and an engaging conference experience. Thank you for your time.
Thank you, ma'am, for your warm welcome. Next, I would like to invite Dr. P. Durga Devi, Organizing Secretary of ICISD'26, to share the vision of this conference.
So good morning to all present here. It's a warm and grateful good morning to our esteemed chief guests, distinguished dignitaries, head of the departments, respected faculty members, research scholars, and media participants. So it is indeed a great privilege and honor to present before you the genesis of International Conference on Intelligent Systems and Digital Transformation, ICISD'26, a conference that symbolizes our continuous pursuit of academic excellence, innovation, and global collaboration. At the outset, I extend my sincere gratitude to the management, Dean of Faculty of Engineering and Technology, Vice Principal Academics and Placement, Convener and Head of the Department of Computer Science and Engineering for entrusting me with this opportunity to present this significant journey. So let me begin with an inspiring thought. The science of today is the technology of tomorrow. Edward Teller. So this profound statement resonates deeply with the vision of ICISD'26 where pioneer research, innovative ideas, and scientific inquiry converge to the shape of the future of intelligent systems and drive the next wave of digital transformation. So it reminds us that every research contributions made today becomes the foundation for the tomorrow's technological advancement and societal progress. So every successful journey begins with a vision, and the ICISD is a true reflection of that vision that has steadily evolved and adopted and expanded in response to the dynamic landscapes of technology and research. In 2018, the foundation was laid with the Research Conference on Data and Decision Science, focusing on the data-driven research, analytical insights, and emerging computational methodology. Then it moves on to 2019, the conference broadened its scope to include Internet of Things, cloud computing, and data science, aligned with the rapidly evolving technological trends and industry demands. In 2021, it attained the international recognition, attracting the global participants and establishing itself as a credible and impactful research platform. In 2024, a significant milestone was achieved with the successful organization of ICISD'24 in collaboration with the Cardiff Metropolitan University, UK, making the beginning of the strong global academic partnership and emphasizing the sustainable and intelligent computing. In 2025, ICISD'25 further strengthened this collaboration, expanding the research contribution, and enhancing the global participation and reinforcing the conference reputation as a platform for the highly quality scholarly exchange. And today, ICISD'26 stands as a proud milestone, representing the culmination of the years of dedication, collaboration, and academic excellence. An important turning point in this journey has been the transformation of conference identity to the ICISD, that is International Conference on Intelligent Systems and Digital Transformation. So this transition is not merely a change in the title, but a thoughtful and strategic evolution in response to the rapidly evolving, advancing technological ecosystem. So this shift to the ICISD reflects a wider and more inclusive scope covering the intelligent systems, artificial intelligence, and advanced computation technologies. So ICISD'26 scheduled on 6th and 7th April 2026 is not merely a conference, it is a dynamic platform that fosters the innovation, promotes research exchange, and builds a meaningful global collaboration. So we are proud to announce that our strong academic association with Cardiff Metropolitan University, UK, for the third consecutive time, reflecting the strength and continuity of this valued partnership. So this collaboration fosters a global research connectivity, academic partnership and exchange, and innovation and interdisciplinary growth. One of the most prestigious highlights of ICISD'26 is its publicational partnership with Wiley, a globally recognized and reputed academic publisher. So through this collaboration, all accepted and presented papers will be published in the Wiley Scopus Index conference proceedings with the DOI, ensuring the global visibility, academic creditability, and enhanced citation impact. So the association with the Wiley significantly elevates the standard of the conference and providing the researchers with an internationally recognized platform for disseminating their work. So moreover, this enduring partnership with Wiley ensures that the scholarly contributions presented at the ICISD 26 reach a global audience through the trusted indexing and wide dissemination. It's not only enhance the accessibility and recognition of the research, but also reinforce the conference standing as a prominent platform that promotes the high impact research and meaningful knowledge exchange at an international level. So aligned with this forward-looking vision, ICISD 26 is centered at the theme of intelligent system and digital transformation. So emphasizing the transformative role of artificial intelligence, data-driven technologies and innovative digital solutions in shaping the future of the industry and society. A key highlights of the ICISD 26 is its distinguished lineup of keynote and plenary speakers. So we are honored to our plenary speaker, Dr. Gangley, Professor, School of Information Technology, Deakin University, Australia. So his plenary talk is expected to provide the deep insights into the emerging trends in intelligent system and inspire innovative directions in the digital transformations. So the conference is also features an exceptional set of keynote speakers. So on the day one, Dr. Amit Kohli, Associate Professor, University Canada West, Canada, will deliver his keynote on digital transformation in supply chains, agriculture insights using AI and emerging technologies. The same day, Ms. Darcia Ann Mary Roach, instructor, York Valley University, Canada, will present on leading intelligent transformation, the role of ethical leadership in AI-driven education and organization. And day two, Dr. Timmy, Dean, Faculty of Management and Social Science, West Mainland Open University, Nigeria, will speak on intelligent system and just transition in the sustainability. The second day, Dr. A. Bhuneshwari, Vice Principal and Head, Department of IT, Adiparashit Engineering College, will deliver a session on prompt engineering essentials, a technique that transforms the AI. So the response to the ICISD 26 has been highly encouraging and reflects a steadily growing global stature. A total of 732 papers were received through CMT from both national and international contributors, indicating a broad academic participation. So out of these, 459 papers were accepted following a rigorous and quality-focused peer review process, while 264 papers were rejected and 9 were withdrawn, underscoring the conference strong emphasis on the selectivity and excellence. So furthermore, 177 registration has been completed with 180 papers from Department of Computer Science forwarding the paper to the Wiley for the publications, along with the 3 invited papers from Cardiff Metropolitan University, demonstrating the active engagement and commitment, and 1 more paper from CDAC. So active engagement and commitment from the research community. The conference maintains the acceptance rate of 62% and rejection rate of 38%, reflecting a balanced approach between the inclusivity and the quality. So these statistics highlight not only the scale of ICISD 26, but also its commitment to the impactful research dissemination. So the continued collaboration with the Wiley as a publication partner ensures that all the accepted contributions gain the global visibility through the Scopus Index proceedings with DOI, enhancing the academic credibility and outreach. So this partnership further reinforces ICISD 26 as a recognized and influential global research platform. So behind every successful conference lies a dedication and collective effort of the committed team. So I extend my heartfelt appreciation to the organizing committee, faculty members and student volunteers and the support team. Your tireless effort, meticulous planning and unwavering commitment have made this ICISD 26 a grand success. So from humble beginnings to the international recognized platform, ICISD has grown into the beacon of innovation, collaboration and the academic excellence. So ICISD 26 is not just a milestone, it's a significant step toward the shaping of the smarter, digitally empowered and sustainable future. So with this, I gracefully conclude the genesis of ICISD 26. Thank you all for your gracious presence. Wishing you all an engaging, insightful and truly enriching conference experience. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for enlightening us about ICISD 26. I now have the honor of inviting the guiding force behind our academic excellence, Dr. C. Gomati, Vice Principal, Academics and Placement, to deliver the special address.
Good morning to one and all present here, and I welcome all the dignitaries on stage, off the stage, as well all the participants for actually going to present the paper in this prestigious third edition of the international conference, ICISD. And as been rightly said by the conference coordinator as well by the HOD, like year on year, they've been having a continuous collaboration with the UK-based university, Cardiff University, and year on year, the quality of the papers which have been received are also increasing in nature. That has been told by the conference secretary that only quality papers are seen to that it actually find a place in the proceedings. As well, to the next level of getting published in a Wiley journal. So really I appreciate this factor on this department for having developed such a collaborative effort with the foreign university. As well, this time we had the honor of having Dr. Vadapalani from King Markets University from Thailand. Welcome sir to this conference on the team. As well, we have Sri Krishna Chiplakatti from CDAC Scientist team as a guest of honor. So their presence on the stage that may fulfill the conference theme and all that. And we are very eager to hear from the stalwarts as to what is actually in store as far as digital transformation is concerned. And as we feel that now that digital transformation rightly been named for this conference, and having been working on this particular thing for almost about 3 years or so, we find that the transformation, this digital era is actually ruling the world. We live with digital means, and also we know that right from our kind of a travel to any other purchase or anything else. Everywhere we are now not actually working with some cash related thing or something. We are going into digital. Likewise, in every field for that matter, we live in digital era. So I feel that learning from such stalwarts as to what is the digital transformation is in store would be really helping the participants as well in all other fields also, all other professional fields also. So I wish the conference a very grand success. And one more thing to add that right from the entrance we could see the way the conference theme is being decorated. It actually receives the guest and onto the the real theme of the conference with kind of globe over which laptop is being projected and people are moving around. So that actually really give a very good welcome to the participants as well as to the dignitaries to this conference. I welcome on behalf of the entire team to this conference and wish the conference a very grand success. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for those inspiring words. Now, I request our pivotal mentor-in-chief, Dr. C.V. Jaikumar, Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Technology, to address the audience.
Revered guests on stage, off stage, and fellow participants, a happy and pleasant morning to one and all present here. Also, it gives me immense pleasure to join myself in extending a hearty welcome to Dr. Vadapalani from Thailand. Thank you and a hearty welcome, sir. And with your permission, let me also share a personal issue. Actually, Vadapalani was planning to travel with his family to India, and unfortunately, there was some issue in the last moment, so they could not travel with him. It's really a sad part of it, but nonetheless, I wish that they come to our campus and stay here and then enjoy the basic hospitality what we are meant for. So hearty welcome. I also extend a hearty welcome to our guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna Chiplakatti from CDAC, who has taken pains to travel from Bangalore this morning, and then immediately he came to the campus. Hearty welcome, sir. And coming to the theme of this conference, they said it is green in color. Green is a theme in which we talk about the green world, green energy, whatsoever it is. And this third edition of the international conference, and when we talk about the digital transformation, we talk digital in invariably all walks of life. But when we have the technological development in an exponential rate, we also have the disadvantages. I don't want to list up the disadvantages now, but let's talk about the positive side of it. Paperless offices, paperless communication, everything is coming to close, literally speaking, because of the technological development, the digital transformation. And I'm happy to note that closer to about 730 papers have been received, and out of severe scrutiny, only 177 papers have been accepted for publication. That shows that the amount of importance we give for the quality of the papers, the research articles. So, on behalf of the entire team of Vadapalani, I extend a hearty welcome to every one of you, and let this 2 days of deliberation bring out some useful positive outcomes, and let it be applied to the real world as the days go by. Thank you so much. Wish the function all success.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable insights. I request Dr. R. Venkatesh Babu, Director of Academics and Administration, SRM Group, to present a memento and nut basket as a token of our respect to the Chief Guest, Dr. Zetsada Tipmonti, Executive Vice Dean, KMITL, Bangkok, Thailand.
I request Dr. C.V. Jayakumar, Dean FET, and Dr. C. Gomati, VP, Academics and Placement, to felicitate our guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna S. Chiprakati, with a nut basket and memento to mark this special occasion.
left right வா டேய் லைவ் மார்க் எதுரா அப்ப இங்க வா இங்க வந்து முன்னாடி பேர் இங்க எடு இங்க இருந்து எடு லைவ்
Thank you, ma'am, sir. Our association with Dr. Zetsada Tipmonti started as a single initiative and transformed into a lasting institutional bond. It was in March 2023 that two of our CSE students traveled to Bangkok to undertake a blockchain internship project under Dr. Tipmonti's expert mentorship at King Mongkut's Institute of Technology, Lankrabang, Bangkok, Thailand. In a profound appreciation of that mentorship, the two alumni have returned today to meet our mentor, Dr. Zetsada Tipmonti, and be a part of this celebration. I now invite Mr. Adil Siddiq and Mr. Alvin Steve Paul J., our alumni from the batch 2019 to 23, to share a few words regarding the impact of the collaboration on them. To mark this beautiful moment, we invite our chief guest, Dr. Zetsada Tipmonti, to present a gift to Mr. Adil Siddiq and Mr. Alvin Steve Paul J. We also request our campus alumni coordinator, Dr. Rajashekar V, to join them on stage for the special presentation.
morning to Honorable Dean Sir, HOD Ma'am, Dean Sir, and all the faculty members and my friends. So I want to thank HOD Ma'am to invite us to our campus again. It's been around 3 years we are back again. We are thankful for Jessara Sir and Dean Sir that provided us the opportunity in our final years, and we went to Bangkok for our internship, and we worked there and published our worked on to publish our papers and sharing about our experiences. I would say the exposure which we got there was something which we required just after our college, that kind of inculcated the research mindset, the thirst and hunger for the technological research, which is very much required in our current industry. So as we work currently, me and Alvin, I guess what we spend there for 3 months or 4 months had given us a long-lasting impact in both our professional and personal life. So because when we go there, it's not just about the professional or the academic work we did there. It was kind of a survival test for us as well. So we got to learn a lot of things as an individual, as a team, and as a tech enthusiast, like how we can collaborate with people from different domains, different places, which is very much required in the current era of GCCs and all those things. I guess you must, all of you are aware of. So I think it will be a great opportunity for our students right from the college to give them exposure to the international level of technical expertise which they will require going on in any field, I guess, whether you want to go for higher studies or work on for the industry. So I'll ask Alvin also to share his experiences.
So, hi all, and I first feeling privileged to be welcome. I firstly thank our Dean Sir, Devakumar Sir, and our HOD Ma'am Kolati Pama. And it's very much being pleased to be welcomed here, and also I'm very excited to see our mentor, like Dr. Jetsada Sir. More than the mentor, he is a personality who's being energetic, and you would have seen his designation as a dean. But apart from dean, he is also an entrepreneur. He is also a lecturer. Like, he is a kind of a person who is into all these things. Like, if you see from this UG to PG, the streams will be like diverse. It's not just same crop science or anything. If you're asking the trending technologies, he'll be aware of. So we guys are being once again like privileged to work under him, and it is a couple of months. So the way once we reach there, right, to Bangkok, we experienced a lot of difficulties, but it's God grace, and again like Jetsara Sir was supportive during that time. And it was a good exposure and experience. And I believe like our SRM students will utilize this opportunity, like speak with them, connect with them, because I believe like in today's world, in today's era, you guys need to create a network. So you guys having this privilege here, SRM Vadapalani campus personally, because even in our batch in 2023, I'm having connection across Ramapuram and KTR. But Vadapalani campus, like when we both went for an international internship in our final year, where we did our final year project. And even when people are asking what did you do your final year project, I used to tell them like 2 months research in Bangkok. People were like, so 2 months research in Bangkok. But it was like new for me, like for me and Adnan, it was the first international trip, and we guys had a good exposure, and thank you sir, thank you for having us today, and yeah, thank you.
When these guys were discussing about their, sharing their experience and the knowledge again. I was reminded of 2023 when these people submitted a proposal to go for an internship for the final semester to Thailand. Then the quantum of efforts which the VDP FED team has had to take, only probably me and the Gomati ma'am know. So at the end of it, we could ensure that these guys go there, complete the project and come back. And happy that we have a wonderful students. And that is one of the plus points of VDP campus. For the students, whatever they want in the right interest, right spirit, we are here to help us. Thank you for the opportunity given to us and given to you. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. To commemorate this significant occasion, we take immense pride in presenting Dr. Jetsara Chamontian with a special surprise that captures the very soul of her heritage. Created from the sacred clay of her land and fired with ancient techniques, this gift carries with it the pride of Tamil Nadu and our deepest gratitude. I request Dr. Golda Dilip, along with the conference coordinators, to present this culturally significant art to Dr. Jetsara Chamontian.
Thanks a lot for being with us, sir, on this day. We hope that it serves as a lasting memory of your journey to our institution. Thank you, dignitaries. It gives me great pleasure to announce that SRM ISD is in the process of signing an MOU with King Mongkut's Institute of Technology, Lankraban, Thailand, opening doors to exciting international collaborations and academic exchange, marking the beginning of a promising global academic partnership. Once this collaboration is in place, KMITL and SRM ISD Vadapalani campus will cooperate in areas that may include student exchange for research and study, exchange of faculty, staff and research scholars, joint research activities, continuing education programs, organization and participation in seminars, symposia, short-term academic programs and academic meetings, exchange of research and educational materials, publications and academic information, technical assistance, creation and marketing of electronic instruction media, including credit and non-credit courses, collaboration in hosting, partnering for conferences organized by both parties, facilitating student internship through institutional collaboration and exchange. I request Kamachi Hariharan sir from the Department of Mechanical Engineering and Campus IR, International Relations Coordinator, to join the dignitaries on stage. We extend our heartfelt thanks to Jetsara Chamontian for his invaluable support in enabling and fostering this international collaboration.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are delighted to announce the release of the souvenir commemorating this international conference. The power of an innovation multiplies exponentially when it's exchanged, refined, and ultimately touches people's life. May the individual brilliance intertwine and become something greater than the sum of the parts. And now it is my distinct honor to invite Dr. Jetsara Jamontian, Executive Vice Dean, King Mohammed's Institute of Technology, Luxembourg, Bangkok, Thailand, to formally release the official souvenir of the International Conference on Intelligent System and Digital Transformation.
Thank you, sir. We have an AV to introduce our guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna S., Scientist E, Head IT Skill Development Center and COE, CDAC, Chennai.
We are honored to welcome an esteemed guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna S., who serves Scientist E and Head IT Skill Development Center and COE, CDAC, Chennai. He holds MTech in Software System. He has completed his studies through Vadapalani WRLP. Additionally, he possesses strong knowledge in systems engineering. He is a technology leader, served as a joint director at CDAC Bangalore for around 7 years. Currently, he is Head IT Skill Development Center of Excellence at CDAC Chennai. His area of expertise include embedded systems, IoT product engineering, IoT and embedded security. He has contributed significantly to capacity building in IoT. He has also been involved in hardware security initiatives and secure technology development. He is an experienced scientist who possesses practical technical expertise, leadership, and innovation. As an expert in emerging technologies, he is a strong contributor to secure system and he is respected for technical guidance. With heartfelt gratitude from SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Vadapalani campus, we thank you, sir, for honoring this event.
Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in extending a warm welcome to our guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna S. Chipalkatti, and I kindly invite him to deliver the keynote address.
Morning, everyone. It gives me immense pleasure to be here on this very momentous occasion of having an international conference in intelligent system and digital transformation. So first and foremost, I would like to thank SRM management, the entire academic leadership team that was present here for having me over here. And it's indeed a pleasure addressing all of you on this occasion. I would like to share a few insights on our journey at CDAC, how we have undertaken a few key initiatives of Government of India as far as digital transformation is concerned, and also building the intelligent systems are concerned. Okay. So Government of India's vision is towards digital India. As all of you know, there are several programs that are being laid out. One is called as Digital India, another one is called as a Startup India, and we have a lot of missions that are being undertaken with the support of government and with various academic institutions and industry bodies. Basically, these are called as the mission mode programs, and CDAC is one of the leading agencies as far as these mission mode programs are concerned. It could be Semiconductor India mission, it could be India AI mission, and it could be something called as the National Supercomputing Mission and the National Quantum Mission. So I would like to give you some insights as to why it is so important that we focus on these foundational technologies and take what is called as a deep dive into the frontier technologies. See, unless the foundational aspects are very much, concretely and thoroughly in place, and the skilling happens, it's very difficult to focus on the frontier technologies. The technologies could be AI, it could be quantum, it could be cyber security, it could be AI, and so on. So one of the very important aspect is, as an engineer or as a technical professional, you need to be proficient in understanding the entire technology stack, right from the base of the stack, which happens to be the hardware layer. So as all of you know, most of the advanced digital systems or any kind of intelligent system, it could be AI driven, it could be digital public infrastructure. Like currently in India, we have two important stacks that are being used day in and day out by billions of users across India. It could be the UPI stack through which we make digital payments. Okay, and there are a lot of vendors who are providing various services using the UPI, and it's a seamless integration of money transfer that happens from one bank to another bank. And that is the kind of a system which India created for itself. It's a completely scalable solution which is working fantastically well, across so many institutions with such a large scale and so on. So that is one such system that we need to know and understand how it is architected. These are called as, again, I want to tell you, these are called as the digital public infrastructure and the e-governance platforms that the government has envisaged and put the brilliant minds, including CDAC, which has played a critical role in making this happen. And another very important digital stack is the Aadhaar stack. As all of you know, we do a lot of transactions. If I want to go and open up a bank account, or if I want to purchase a SIM card, or any kind of an identity related aspect, you need to have the Aadhaar's database access. So how the technology stack is being built is very important for all of us to know. And I will just focus on these two things, and I will just explain you the various layers of these kind of technology stack. So at the bottom of this technology stack, there is a layer called as a hardware layer. That's a compute system. Okay. So most of you know what is a compute system. It could be your desktop, or it could be the laptop, the kind of compute power that it has. It could be Intel or AMD based processors, and in your mobile phones you have predominantly the ARM processor, which is an embedded class processor that is sitting there. And these days we are also finding the GPUs. Okay, the GPUs have become very, very essential, and they are there in desktops, they are there in laptops, even they are there in the mobile phones. So why do you need a GPU? We need a GPU to accelerate. So what is that we want to accelerate? We want to accelerate the parallel processing. Okay, we want to accelerate graphics processing and so on. And do you know who actually designs these processors, these GPUs or the CPUs which are there? Who designs them? Who fabricates them? Who manufactures the hardware platform? It could be your server motherboards, or it could be the desktop boards, or it could be an embedded class boards and so on. It is predominantly the major tech industries who are there. So as all of us know, it could be the Intel, okay, or it could be AMD, or it could be the ARM processor which is there. And how many of you know that India also has its own processor technology? So are you aware of this? So India is having its own processor technology. So we have built a processor from scratch, okay, and it is India's own processor. It's called as, it's based on an architecture which is called as RISC-V. Okay, so I'm sure you know about RISC and CISC kind of architecture. So So there's an architecture called as RISC-V architecture, and based on this RISC-V architecture, IIT Madras has come out with a processor called as the Shakti processor, and at CDAC we have come out with a processor which is called as a Vega processor. Okay, so these are our own processor technologies which we have built, and not only the chips have been taped out, we have built the entire ecosystem. Means we have done the motherboard design. Okay, we are not just stopped at that, building a simple 32-bit processor. We have a roadmap in place. We have recently taped out a 64-bit processor. We also have indigenously designed our own server class motherboards for HPC system, which is called as the Rudra server. And what is the need? So you may ask, what is the big deal in this? Why are you building indigenously these technologies when they are readily available by the MNCs which are there? So what is the need to have our own indigenous technologies? So what could be the answer? See, the answer is in today's geopolitical scenario, what may happen is you may be denied the technology, you may be denied the rights, the IP rights basically to use and fabricate and to manufacture the chips at a large scale, at the scale that you want, and for applications which are sensitive, which are critical, which are very, very important for India's security and so on. So that is the place where Government of India has designed and envisioned to have its own processor technology, and we are leading this particular aspect of building the chip design. Not only from the design and from the R&D perspective, we have established a center at SIDAC Bangalore which is called as the Chipping Center, and through this center we are hand-holding a lot of academic institutions, we are hand-holding several startup companies to design their own chips, okay, and to build this compute platform which is there for any kind of an intelligent system to work. So the importance of having our own indigenous system is to be self-reliant and to be independent in whatever the systems that we are building. So it's very important that the entire stack, we need to have a complete control over the stack, right from the design perspective to R&D perspective, and also to scale it up from the manufacturing point of view. So if you talk about the various layers, the bottom layer, as I said, is the hardware layer. On top of this hardware layer comes your data model layer, the data layer that is there. So with the India AI mission, India is building its own models, the data models. These are the very important models because we are a diverse country with so many languages that are there. So we need to have LLMs in the Indian languages so that we can build applications for our own requirement and so on. So that's a very important initiative that the government of India has undertaken with something called as the India AI mission. So the ecosystem is getting developed, and on top of this, the data layer that is there, the data model layer that is there, where you build the algorithms and so on, basically the software part, we also have the tools or the orchestration layer that is there. That is something which India as a nation is very good at. We are good at building applications, we are good at giving the IT and IT enabled services and so on. So now the time has come from being a service oriented nation to becoming what is called as a product nation. So we need to build world class products right here in India, and that is the place where the next layer, that is the application layer, becomes very, very important. So you need to know and understand the domain for which you are building the application, and with that understanding in place, you will be able to build what is called as intelligent systems. So from this standpoint of view, what CDAC has done is at Chennai, we have collaborated with MEPS. MEPS is an industry consortia. It's a special economic zone that is working under Ministry of Commerce and Industries, and we have a strategic collaboration between CDAC and MEPS, and we have started out IT Skill Development Center. So the capacity building or skilling also become extremely important across all these layers which I have spoken about. It could be chip design, it could be building data models, it could be working on LLMs or SLMs and so on. It could be building AI-based orchestration tools and customizing them. It could be building applications and so on. So what we are trying to do over here is at Chennai, we are building capacity in the sense we are rolling out several courses for students, for researchers and for professionals as well. The reason is, the Special Economic Zone, which is MEPS, with whom we have collaborated, we did what is called as a survey, a skill gap survey, as to what the industry is requiring. And as all of us know, that almost all industries are getting digitized now. So this digital transformation is not just related with IT and IT-enabled services. It is going to play a very, very important role in various other areas as well. It could be smart manufacturing, it could be Industry 4.0 or Industry 5.0 and so on. And there are many other areas where AI is going to play a very, very important role which we have not seen as of now. And that is the kind of an opportunity which is there for you. Although in some ways AI may take away jobs, but it is certainly going to create a lot of jobs in sectors, in areas which are still not being touched upon by these intelligent systems. And therefore, this conference is very, very important. So I would like to congratulate the SRM management for hosting this very, very important international conference on intelligent systems and digital transformation. It is very, very apt, and the need for today's industrial ecosystem and the capacity building. And therefore, I would like to again congratulate all the researchers, students who are participating in this. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of deliberations, so please, especially students, you attend these sessions, try to understand the insights and the advice that are being given by various industry experts. We have our international dignitary who is present here in today's inaugural session, Dr. Jetsada, who has come from Bangkok. So this is the kind of a platform which is very important, especially for young engineers to get skilled and to become industry ready. So with this, I would like to congratulate all of you and wish you all the best in the days to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Sri Krishna, sir, for the thought-provoking keynote address. We have an AV to introduce the chief guest, Dr. Jetsada Monty, Executive Vice Dean, KMITL, Lanford Bank, Bangkok, Thailand. Request the AV to be played.
Greetings to one and all present here. On this occasion, the Department of Computer Science and Engineering, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Vadapalani campus, is proud to host Dr. Jetsada Monty. He is the Executive Vice Dean at the King Mongkut's Institute of Technology, Lanford Bank, Bangkok, Thailand. Sir, we are honored to have you as the chief guest for the international conference ICISD 2026, coordinated in collaboration with Cardiff Metropolitan University, Wales, UK. Your gracious presence adds a great value and inspiration to the significant academic gathering. Our respected chief guest holds a bachelor's degree in agro-industry. He further pursued academic excellence by earning a master's degree in industrial engineering. In addition, he successfully completed his PhD in industrial engineering with a specialized focus on logistics and supply chain management, showcasing his deep commitment to research and innovation. Dr. Monty, brings with him an impressive and illustrious career spanning for over 25 years of rich professional experience. He has developed remarkable expertise in manufacturing, export operations, and logistics management. Furthermore, he possesses a strong and commendable background in food production control and quality management, making him a highly respected authority in his field. He is a globally recognized and highly accomplished FSPCA lead instructor associated with US FDA-related food safety programs. His professional focus lies in implementing robust preventive controls and ensuring stringent compliance standards within the food industry, reflecting his dedication to excellence and safety. He has made a significant global impact by training over 1,750 participants across multiple countries. Through his engaging and insightful sessions, he has generously shared his vast knowledge and expertise in food safety and international standards, inspiring professionals worldwide. He has been honored as a top 10 lead instructor for 3 consecutive years, 2023, 2024, and 2025, an outstanding achievement that highlights his excellence and dedication. He is widely admired and respected for his visionary leadership, professional integrity, and invaluable contributions to the field. The SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Vadapalani campus, is deeply honored to welcome Dr. Dick Montien as our esteemed chief guest. We express our heartfelt gratitude for his presence and his valuable insights, profound knowledge, and inspiring words truly enrich and elevate this occasion, making it memorable for all of us. Once again, we extend a warm and respectful welcome to you, sir. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
It is now my great privilege to invite our chief guest, Dr. Chetsadat Montien, to deliver the inaugural address.
Dr. C. Kumati, Dr. C.V. Jayakumar, and Krishna, Sri Krishna from SEDAC. Distinguished guests, researcher, faculty member, student, ladies and gentlemen. It's a great honor for me to be here today at the conference, international conference on intelligent system and digital transformation. So, in front of the powerful people who contribute the development in the future. So, I visit several places in Europe, in US, and last year, thank you. I visited Silicon Valley and Stanford University, and then I met many Indian people that work in this area and also study in the premier university. You are a great people that can contribute in the development in any part of the world in the future. So here you can start your journey. So I want to share some key ideas for today. What I can say, many of you are working in AI, digital technology, artificial intelligence. So I ask one simple question that, are you really solve the real problem? No. You study, you know the knowledge, you know the theory, and are you able to solve the real problem? So actually, what I want to say that is how we can integrate our knowledge to solve the real problem in the society and global economy. So the world is not divided into discipline, agriculture, industry, logistics, public health. So all these systems are deeply connected. So in my journey, I began my career with agriculture. Work with the farmer, how to improve productivity, create value. And then my work expanded to food industry, food standard, and international trade. And today, I operate within the agriculture, food industry, and international trade. So my journey is not about work, but it reflects how the world is evolving in isolate to integrated knowledge. When we export, for example, let me say some example. When we export food, in food consumed in the United States come over the world. So from China, from Japan, from India, from Thailand, from Vietnam, whatever. And yes, we have to work with the food safety for agriculture. We work with the standard in processing and also international transportation. So if we fail in any part of this, it impacts millions of people. So this is not optional, it is important. And where it's important is we need artificial intelligence, we need digital technology to support this. So what I want to say is, one knowledge cannot, we cannot apply one single discipline, but all we need to work together in other disciplines. If we study in computer science engineering, if we don't know other disciplines, how we can apply them? We need to know deep in our field, yes, but also we need to understand cross in other fields also. Then we can apply in our subject, what we expertise, because the knowledge can be valued. One can apply in the real world. So our expertise, we can work, we can show play, but if we cannot apply and solve the real problem, maybe we have to reconsider how we can use that knowledge. So I prepared to say something before coming, but once I come here, I forgot everything. So so that is what I can say. That is so I say some example. Smart agriculture. We use drone AI, precision farming to optimize resource, to reduce environmental impact. Smart processing, we apply sensor, we apply real-time monitoring, and to ensure quality and food safety. Smart supply chain, we build traceability and we build traceability system and data integration, making invisible to visible. AI for risk management, we use machine learning to identify high risk shipment, improve inspection efficiency, predicts potential risks. So technology is not just about efficiency, it's about protecting human life. So from my experience, one lesson is very clear, that the future does not belong to isolated discipline. It belongs to integration. So we need deep in our field, understand across disciplines and responsibility toward the society. So that I say knowledge has value only when it solves the real problem. I would like to encourage all of you to learn in other field to understand what your interest is. So to collaborate, to connect knowledge, to create impact. If there are opportunities for collaboration in the future, I would like be more than happy to support. Like Adil and Arvin has been. So we can have more like this, and also in research collaboration. So let's not only build an intelligent system for machine, but also intelligent system for humanity. So thank you. I congratulate to the conference organizer to host it very good conference, beautiful conference to inspire younger students for their journey in the future. I wish the organization success and achieve your goal for all and good for the future. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Jetsara for your illuminating inaugural address. As a precursor to this conference, the Department of CSE and IEEE Computer Society Student Chapter conducted a workshop and contest on the most critical industrial challenge, AI-first software engineering. I humbly request our guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna S. Chipalkatti, to present the second runner-up certificates to the team, Innovators Hub, Reddy Vari Venkanti Banu Vardhan Reddy, Sala Hema Vardhan, Koti Reddy Devendra Reddy from Bharat University, Chennai. I again request our guest of honor to present the first runner-up certificates to the team ByteForce, Madhumita N, Sanjay J, and Mohan Kumar L from VIT Vellore. Thank you, sir. I request our chief guest, Dr. Jetsara to felicitate the winners team, CFD, A. Saujanya, Arjun A, and Shreya S from SRM ISD Vadapalani. The workshop had 146 participants and was well organized by a team of 3 CSE students. As a token of appreciation, I request our chief guest to present the appreciation certificates to the 3 student organizers, Joshua Benito Haniel, Deepak, and Bama. We are very honored to have Professor Gangley from Deakin University, Australia, join us virtually today. As a distinguished professor in the School of Information Technology and director of the Tulip Lab, Professor Lee brings immense expertise in artificial intelligence, data privacy, and machine learning. His extensive contributions to the IEEE and his leadership in education, data mining, and cyber research are truly inspiring. We look forward to the valuable insights he will share with our international community. Please join me in a warm virtual welcome for Professor Gangley. Over to Professor Dr. Gangley for his plenary address. And I also request the AV to be played.
Thank you.
Excuse me, sir. There is an AV going to be played out here.
And then business. Especially there's Dr. Hai Yang Xia, and he's now a lecturer in Australian National University, and in the middle of the year he will be assistant professor in Macau, as well as my other PhD student, as also, and she's the key driver behind those kind of area, like say, using AI to do the tourism research. And then, of course, my collaborators, Professor Biergert and then Professor Global, they are the main driver behind those kind of AI-powered business side. So I believe that many of us know that this area, this several years, some of these companies I saw. So this message, the Nobel Prize in Physics 2024 goes to this project, and then you may be surprised. Well, professors established the dynamic network, and then the training of those neural network. And Professor Jeff Hinton was the key driver behind those waves of deep learning. Nowadays, of course, I believe that most of these kind of large language models, agentic AI, generative AI, because of that. And this was not the only surprise. People realized that the next day, the Nobel Prize in Chemistry also went to this team of researchers, and they are the people behind, for example, like AlphaGo. 2016, AlphaGo defeated the human champion in Go, and then after that, they extend this kind of concept to the area like say protein structure prediction, and then protein design. They made a huge success. But you should have realized one thing. Those two group of researchers, they are not a traditional scientists. You know that in the science area, we said that some disciplines claim as science, and we, many as computer scientists, we claim ourselves as scientists. You may have heard of the concept that people say, whatever called science, they are not science. And for example, like say, management science, political science, computer science, are not considered as science. But then the pure science, like say math, physics, chemistry, biology, they never claim themselves as science, but they are the science. So traditionally, I think people think we are engineers. And then there was some kind of say cover page article around 20 years ago, actually 2008. There was an article claiming that we came to an era. That one was called as the end of science. The end of science, what is the meaning of it? The key meaning of it is, they said that when we have accumulated the capability of data collection, the way to do science will be very different from the way people did it before. So that's why the claim that we came to an era nowadays called as the end of science. And this kind of science research paradigm, Professor Jim Gray called it as the fourth paradigm of science discovery, the fourth paradigm. And some of you, if you visit, for example, like a Bangalore, near NAL, there's the fourth paradigm institute. I think that's in Bangalore, and they are mainly doing this kind of methods, like say using big data to do some kind of work. Traditionally, people didn't use big data. And why we can do this? The main reason is we have growing flood of data available to us, and also we have a computational power, also more and more like cloud computing and GPU. So this makes this way of doing science or even scientific research very different from the traditional. And this kind of science was not just limited to, for example, like say, those kind of science, we call it science, but there was another question to say, whether it will apply to the area like a social science or business science or management science. The answer is yes. So we can say that we also came to an era. Nowadays we call it as the end of social science. And what I'm going to share here is a set of research work done by my research group, but they are mainly as applied research in the social science and management science area. And then let's have a look at some of the general kind of, say, AI overall, there's a structure. So nowadays when we are talking about AI, mostly we are talking about AI/ML, so machine learning and large language models, generative AI, that's the AI we are talking about. However, if you are in this area for too long, for example, like myself, I'm in the area that's nearly 36 years myself. And then I found that from very beginning to now, this kind of AI, they're different. And we have some kind of AI which mainly related to the automation, robots. And then they use this kind of AI method to make some kind of task automatic. And then we can also have the cognitive AI. They're trying to understand how the human brain works and how to make decisions, and then how to do the inference. I think 1970s, there was a software called GPS, General Problem Solving. And then they try to figure out from the hypothesis, from those kind of facts to see what might be the consequences. So these kind of things we call cognitive AI. Nowadays, we also call it explainable AI. And then we also have another kind of research. This is the AI/ML analytic, let's say. Machine learning, forecasting, attention, data mining, data analytic, all belong here. And then there are also another kind of AI. Nowadays, we see this kind of imagination, problem solving, this is a generative AI. But when we combine this kind of AI with some kind of robotics, and we have nowadays most of popular kind of research method, and then industry they also like it. They call it humanoid AI or embodied AI. So that is the thing people in general that's what we care about. However, there are many kind of AI which people haven't got enough time to utilize it in scientific research. For example, when we are talking about AI, we can have descriptive one, we can have this kind of diagnostic one, we can have there's predictive one, we can have prescriptive one. And then all of this kind of AI, they all stem from some kind of, say, related area. Now, what I'm going to share with you first is, I use a set of research work in my team to see how this kind of AI can help us in research. Okay, the work was mainly by one of my PhD students, and he's in the area like a business management, but he did bachelor and master with me in AI. So when he moved into the area, he found that there was something very popular. They call that competitiveness. But then for this kind of competitiveness, if we check why it's important, we found that for different countries, say Easter break, and which country will get more overseas visitors. Okay, and then for different hotels, if many outsiders they come to this town, whether you get enough as customers for your hotel, or you have your tourism spots, whether you get enough tourism. So you need to understand that for your as an area, for your as a domain, what is the competitiveness of you, of your as a destination, and what might be the competitors. But then across the years, from 1980s until now, this destination competitiveness was a very huge research area. Across the years, you see that every year in a very top journals, there are around 100 papers per year. So when this research student is moving into this area, he found that there are too many papers. Okay, this is add up. You need 600 papers. If every day you read one paper, you need more than 1 year to complete it. So you know that for all those kind of areas, if we want to do research, we will need to do something nowadays we call it as literature review. The key idea of literature review is trying to see what has been done and what kind of, say, common hypotheses appear in this area, and then what are those kind of, say, common research gaps, and where we can potentially make some kind of contribution. As people didn't do it, but potentially we can do it. So this kind of work, in any kind of research, we have to do. This one we call it as literature review. Okay, basically you have to read and understand all of this paper. But when we have too many papers, you don't have time to read it. So in order to do this kind of literature review, one of the AI-powered method in my team is we use AI. Actually, there's mainly the text mining methods to try to see that, understand all of those kind of published papers automatically to see what are they talking about, and what are the topic, and then what are the common hypotheses, and then what are the common assumption behind it. So in order to do this, of course, nowadays, we have those kind of, say, deep seek and deeper thinking and OpenAI, ChatGPT, and even Grok. They can do all this. And I think Gemini has also do something that's very nice using a notebook. But then I think in 2024, all this were not available. And then what we did was we tried to write our own AI method to try to read and automatically these kind of papers and summarize them into some kind of findings. So if you have time, if you have interest, you can just use this barcode to access this paper. This guy's first ever paper, but most of the work was done automatically. So what did we find out is, we found that for existing research work, almost all of those kind of assumptions, they assume that they are resource perspective. If something is really good at it, they think that they will think that's the advantage, that's competitive advantage. But then there are also some kind of, say, related method. Say if they want to improve the competitiveness, what they did is try to figure out what is the resource and whether they can get more resources about it. And then if what is there's a limitation, they try to figure out a way to fix it. So that is a traditional way about this kind of research. Of course, there are quite a lot of other findings. However, we found that for all of this kind of findings, there are some kind of, say, potential problem. And the first kind of problem is most of this kind of research work, when people are talking about the destination, they're talking about what kind of resources they have. But for researchers, sometimes we don't know what kind of resource we have. We can only see the experience based. So when we're talking about competitiveness, if most of the work from the service end, from the resource end, but from outside, even from customer side, we don't know what kind of resource are available to us. we can also have a look at what is the experience-based competitiveness. That means for that particular product, how likely this kind of product will make your customer happy. And then we found that this kind of experience-based as a competitiveness, we can access this kind of data resource from most of this kind of online platform like a Trip.com or TripAdvisor or even Agoda from Google. That's a platform. So this is one way people didn't realize, but then we found that it's a different way. Another kind of research work is mainly about the experience about this kind of research work is how to improve. Okay, when people try to figure out a way to improve the competitiveness, they try to make the weeklies not so weak. However, we should be aware that if those kind of tourism market is related to experience, sometimes people are not there for enjoy this kind of life, but sometimes they just go there to experience the hardship and as an experience. For example, you might go hiking. As long as the hiking is safe, have water, and then you may like it. Okay? It's not too hot, and then you have some kind of say. And there's a facilities to make sure that you are not at risk, and it's fine. Okay, and there's no need for every kind of destination have a cable car to make everyone comfortable. So you can see that some people go for the tourism, they are mainly go for hardship, but within the constraints that it's safe, but they only experience the hardship. Okay, so consider of this existing work from those kind of automatic result discovery method. We found that there are some kind of common problems. The common problem is most of this kind of research work, they from the resource side, they never consider user's experience. But then, in order to improve it, they will need to figure out how competitive it is in terms of the experience. To create this kind of experience, how likely you will like this kind of place. Okay? For example, like a Chennai or even Tamil Nadu, I think myself like the short temple, like the Mahabharipura, that's my favorite as a place as in South India. Of course, there's the other part also have their own strengths. But then another way is, once you understand that, what your competitiveness, how to improve it? From which way you are going to be more attractive, such that if you are position number 2, how can you make sure that you will be position number 1? So there are two kinds of research work. One is understand it, how good it is. Second one is find a way to improve it. So that is the main thing that we found that we can do it. And of course, the related research we did is also using AI-based method. The first kind of method, we mainly from the sentiment mining. We know that most of those kind of experience-based scaling or rating, they are provided not just by rating number, but as comment. So if we can understand this kind of comment, and we will be able to see what kind of things people are talking about and how likely they like it. For example, like say, the comment might be the scenery is beautiful, but the food is awful. This means what? Means they're talking about two things. One is the scene, another one is the food. And then you can see some positive, some negative. But if you use traditional sentiment, they say, okay, this thing is neutral because one positive and negative, they put it as neutral. However, in order to do understanding of this one, we will need to use some kind of new method. They call it aspect-based sentiment analysis, ABSA. And then from all of those kind of comments, you figure out for your destination, there are many different comments about it. And then what are the key things people care about? And then for the things people care about, what is the rating? Okay, you may have there's many different kind of things people talk about. For example, if we buy tourism spot, you may say, okay, how comfortable it is, how easy to get access there, and that's how expensive it is, and whether it has nice photo point or not, and so on and so forth. And then you can come up with some kind of formula that's to aggregate them into one single number. And then use this single number, you can indicate that from the experience point of view, this kind of destination will be how attractive this particular group of users. So that is some kind of things we call as competitiveness evaluation. And we did some kind of say, there's Australia, there's tourism sports, like say judo, and then we propose to use something like a radar map to see compare with different places. What are the key things people care about? For example, like food, view, facility service, and even some kind of things you can change, but some kind of things you cannot change. And then you can see different kind of destination, how good it is. Some of these could be really good at this part of the customer. So this is something that's we call that competitive evaluation. But then when we move into the second part is, so now suppose you are what you have, but then the problem is, how can you improve it? And from what kind of perspective you are going to improve it such that your competitiveness will be increasing. For example, focus on your targeted group. Originally, you may have the satisfactory is 70% based on the previous competitive evaluation. But whether it's possible for you to improve to 90% or 95%, given the constraints of the resources provided. For example, like say, how many rupees that's provided to you, and within 6 months, we want to improve this kind of competitiveness evaluation down to increase up to a level. But then how can you do that? And this thing we call as competitiveness as an improvement. And then there are many different kind of improvement strategy. But we can see that what is the idea of it? The idea of it is, so if you are focused on particular points, this point could be a tourism support, like say, for example, like a Mahabalipuram, and maybe another one that's in Tamil Nadu could be, for example, like say, Tanjau's is a temple. There may be many different kind of places, but then you want to be the number one in Tamil Nadu. So what you can do, so what we're trying to do is actually can be formulated as an organization problem. You see that from these red points, we are going to push some of the things from one location to an end location, such that with this kind of push, you are going to reach your target level. For example, you want to be the number one, but then how can we do this kind of number one thing and then figure out a way from a subset of features you are going to improve it. So for this kind of improvement, there are quite a number of different ways to do it, and it could be a combination of different features. For example, you might say, I want to improve the Wi-Fi, I want to improve the road, I want to improve the food, I want to improve whatever kind of safety facilities. You can have many choices, but then when we have a lot of things that combined together, it's going to be exponentially as a complex problem. So given the constraints, like say, you have a limited resources, how can you make sure that you made that kind of improvement and then this kind of improvement will meet your expectation? And maybe that's a video expect next say, to be number one or better than number one. How can you do this? And this one, of course, it is one kind of say organization problem. The method behind it, what we did is we utilize this kind of say AI method. Nowadays we call it counterfactual reasoning. And then if you remember that 2022, I think Nobel Prize in economy, I think they are talking about counterfactual reasoning. And then 2012, Turing Awards was also in this kind of social discovery. And for this kind of say counterfactual reasoning, they just try to figure out if you did this, give something different, and what might be the consequences. For example, like say in the COVID time, we all have different vaccinations. We have typically that we can have there's an R2, and then you did this, but then what if you choose the other one? What might be a different kind of result? And then this counterfactual is mainly doing this kind of say estimation. And then, of course, for the competitiveness, what we did is we have some kind of causal method to try to figure out for this kind of say choices, if you spend this kind of say resources to improve particular feature, what might be the expected change? And then if we spend another one, what might be expected change? And this kind of method we formulated as an organization problem. I think I can very quickly show you that what are these kind of things people trying to figure out. For example, if our aim is make sure that after this kind of change, that to your original one, this kind of F is compatibility will increase by epsilon. And then we want to make sure that in order to make this kind of improvement, what is the minimal total change you are going to use? And what is the minimum number of things you are going to choose? Okay? And of course, both of them can be linked to the dollars, how many rupees you may have. And then this becomes an organization problem. With this kind of organization problem, and when we solve that, of course, using this convex organization as well as this kind of counterfactual reasoning, we can figure out what is a better way to do the same thing, such that our competitiveness can be improved. So that is the method as for us to do this kind of competitiveness, that's an improvement. There are quite a lot of different kind of application and case studies behind it. I don't want to go into the details because of time, but what I want to conclude from here is, for AI nowadays, the implication is not just in the AI area. It can be utilized in many different kind of areas. Of course, military and business, and then there's in traditional science, they the whole benefit from those kind of AI methods. And for there's a case study, there's a research we share here. We just say, okay, traditional experience was ignored in most of this kind of competitiveness. That's a research one. But how we know that? We use this kind of AI-powered text analysis. We found that no one did this kind of research. So we focus on this one, and based on this one, develop the traditional research problem, like say how we evaluate it, how we improve it. And then that one give us really that's a good I think citations in the area. So give us up. I would like to say AI nowadays is moving into an era that is changing our everyday life as well as our work as a scientist or work as an engineer. And then traditionally, many of us mainly use a predictive AI ML, so mainly the one has a lot of applications. But before that, I think descriptive AI also utilized, for example, like say you may have heard of data science, data mining, data analytics. They are mainly talking about descriptive AI. But the new AI methods, like say diagnostic AI, like explainable one and prescriptive one, they are only have some kind of gentle touch in many of the areas. So if some of us can find good applications for those kind of AI to kick in, you might find more and more that's top applications from the area. And the related work from my team, if you have interest, you can just scan the barcode. But this area, you see that there's a first author. He has published in most of this one are in the established. But remember that he was a PhD student, but in a top university, like say Australian National University. When he was a student, he was ranked number 7 in the whole school. It's better than quite a number of professors in the top university. The main reason is nowadays AI provide us different way to do research, which can make it more powerful, more effective. So that is everything I want to share with us. Thank you very much. Any questions? You.
Department of Computer Science and Engineering.
Great to meet you.
Thank you, professors, for joining us across the globe and providing an enriching session on artificial intelligence. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Nandri.
Thank you, Dr. Gangi, for the valuable insights. As we come to the conclusion of our inaugural session, I invite Ms. Charlata R.T., Organizing Secretary, ICISD 2026, and Assistant Professor, CSE, to propose the word of thanks.
Gratitude is the fairest blossom which springs from the soul. With this thought, I feel truly honored to stand before you and propose the vote of thanks on behalf of the entire ICISD 2016. I would like to begin by expressing our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed chief guest, Dr. Jatsara Mountain, whose gracious presence and inspiring words have added immense value to this occasion. We are especially grateful that he has travelled all the way from Thailand to be with us today, making this occasion even more special. Thank you, sir. We are equally grateful to our distinguished guest of honor, Mr. Sri Krishna Chipalkati, for his valuable insights and encouragement. Thank you, sir. Our sincere thanks to our plenary speaker, Dr. Gangli, for sharing his knowledge and setting a meaningful tone for the session. I also extend our appreciation to all the session chairs who have accepted to spend their valuable time, expertise, and thoughtful guidance for this conference. On behalf of the organizing committee, I express our greatest gratitude to our beloved management for their constant support and encouragement. I extend special thanks to our Director Academics for his unwavering guidance in making this event a success. My heartfelt thanks goes to our respected Dean, Dr. Jayakumar, and our Vice Principal, Dr. Gomuti, for their constant motivation and support. I would also like to thank our Vice President Exams, all heads of department, faculty members, and non-teaching staff for their invaluable contributions. A very special note of appreciation goes to our convener and head of department, Dr. Golda Dilli, whose exemplary leadership, constant encouragement, and visionary guidance have been truly the backbone for this conference. Her dedication and commitment have inspired all of us to strive for excellence. Thank you, madam. I would also like to place a record my sincere gratitude to our co-organizations, Dr. Durga Devi and Dr. Shaini, for their remarkable efforts and unwavering support. A special mention to Dr. Durga Devi for her senior guidance, experience, and mentorship, which have greatly strengthened the planning and execution of this conference. Their teamwork and coordination and dedication have played a pivotal role in the smooth conduct of ICISD 26. I would also like to extend my heartfelt thanks to all research scholars whose enthusiasm, commitment, hard work behind the scenes have significantly contributed to the success of this event. Your dedication, attention to detail, and readiness to take responsibilities are being truly recommendable. I would like to take a moment to appreciate a wonderful team of students and volunteers. Your enthusiasm, commitment, and willingness to go beyond your comfort zones have truly made a difference. My sincere thanks to all the behind-scene teams, technical support, stage and lighting, library staff, and housekeeping for ensuring everything ran smoothly. We also extend our gratitude to our sponsors, L&T and Mani Education, for their gracious support and contribution to the success of this event. Last but not least, I'd like to thank all the participants and presenters who placed their trust in us and contributed their valuable research work. Your presence has made ICISD 26 a grand success. Once again, thank you all for being a part of this memorable event. Thank you.
request the department faculty members to come to the dais to take a group photos.
ஒரு ஷேட் பண்ண நிற்க வைக்கிறேன்.
இல்லை அது வரைக்கும் உட்கார மாட்டாங்கண்ணே, போயிடுவாங்க. நீங்கள் சைடில் வந்துட்டீங்கன்னா மொத்தமாக எடுக்கலாம்.
நான் நிற்க வைக்கிறேண்ணா.
சரி ஓகே. சரி
அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் சார். ரெடி சார்? ரைட் சார். வெயிட் பண்ணுங்க ஒரு நிமிஷம்.
ஓகே
ஓகே, தேங்க்யூ.
Thank you, ma'am, for the closing remarks. With this, we conclude the inaugural session of ICISD'26. I request all the participants to remain seated until the dignitaries leave the dais. Thank you. Have a good day.
கட்டிடலாமா? லைவ் ஓடும். லைவ் ஓடும். அவங்க போகிறத போகிறேன். நல்லாவே இருக்காது. ஏன் அவங்களே டச் பண்ணி எப்படி கட் பண்ணுறது? அவ்வளோதான், கேன்சல் பண்ணுங்க.
Please proceed to the first floor pavement and reassemble for your first dignitary.
ஹரிஷ்.
ஓகே,
அது சேவ் ஆகணும் அப்படியே கொஞ்ச நேரம்.